Sound of Freedom is a surprise box office hit of the summer. But what's all this talk about a QAnon connection, and how much of the story actually happened in real life?
Hello there, movie fans. Greetings from our channel once more. Today we're delving into a fascinating subject that has been creating a lot of noise in the film industry: the potential continuation of the successful independent thriller Sound of Freedom 2. We're looking deeply into every aspect, from its exploding success to the tantalizing possibilities of Sound of Freedom 2. So grab some virtual popcorn and come along as we explore the world of suspense, controversy, and possible sequels in film. Despite the fact that major franchises have had a mixed year of box office success, Sound of Freedom defies cinematic conventions. While Indiana Jones 5 and the first movie in the new MCU phase disappointed moviegoers and Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer surprised viewers, Sound of Freedom has emerged as an unexpected success. In this independent film from Alejandro Monteverde and Angel Studios, Jim Caviezel plays Tim Ballard, a former government agent who sets out on a daring mission to rescue children held captive by sex traffickers in the treacherous terrain of Colombia. The movie's unanticipated effect is proof of the original story and the emotional depth it conveys to a significant problem. Sound of Freedom depicts Ballard's character's hard efforts as it delves into the disturbing world of child trafficking, bringing to light the brutal realities that frequently go unreported. This story depicts both heartbreaking challenges and triumphant moments, framing the movie as an anomaly that appeals to viewers looking for stories that are out of the norm. With controversy and acclaim woven into its fabric, Sound of Freedom has developed a presence to match its extraordinary box office success, which has propelled it to the astonishing 10th spot in the domestic film rankings. The excitement for a prospective sequel keeps growing amidst the conflicting stories. Come along with us as we explore the range of options and reveal the fascinating details behind Sound of Freedom 2. Will it be approved? That remains to be seen. When might we expect it to arrive? Who might be present to honor its cast? What unexplored terrain might the plot travel? Embrace the appeal of suspense and the excitement of speculative debates as we explore the art of sequels in this fascinating trip. The presence of Sound of Freedom 2 is the hot topic that has sparked debates everywhere. Although official confirmation has not yet been made, it is impossible to overlook the first movie's enormous success. Sound of Freedom made an astounding $174 million domestically on a production budget of just $14.5 million, leaving a lasting impression on the film industry. The promise for the sequel is evident despite the uncertainty surrounding its fate and the overwhelming demand for Tim Ballard's story. Alejandro Monteverde, the director, teased the possibility of going even further into the complex subject matter, hinting that the first movie simply scratched the surface of the captivating narrative waiting to be explored. Uncertainty still surrounds the elusive Sound of Freedom 2 release date. Since the sequel has not yet been formally confirmed, no exact release date can be given at this time. This lack of confirmation means that any information about a release date may take some time to develop. The continuing writers and actors strikes, which have temporarily halted the production of many projects within the industry, further complicate the situation. In addition, considering the original movie's production process from the time the script was first written in 2015 to its final release in 2023 suggests that creating a prospective sequel might be a similarly challenging and long-consuming task. One unassailable truth arises in the midst of this uncertainty. If Sound of Freedom 2 does materialize, it will be received with raised expectations and patient eagerness from a committed audience. The expectation for any fresh information about the sequel's creation and distribution among fans further heightens the potential impact of a follow-up to the film that has become a cultural phenomenon, Sound of Freedom. Jim Caviezel, who will return as Tim Ballard in Sound of Freedom 2, stands out among the group as a definite thing, as he fervently declares it to be one of the most meaningful projects he's ever worked on. Caviezel's deep commitment to the character and the film's profound message is evident. Caviezel and the character he plays have a clear chemistry, demonstrating his sincere commitment to the movie's main goal. Tim Ballard's support for Caviezel's participation has weight because he was particularly taken to the actor after seeing him perform in The Count of Monte Cristo. Ballard believes Caviezel inhabits the character, which speaks to the actor's capacity to capture the honesty and dedication essential to the fight against child trafficking in real life. As Ballard noted, Caviezel possesses a luminosity that resonates with the movie's main idea, a light that must be shown in order to have a transforming effect outside the movie theater. Caviezel's reappearance in The Sound of Freedom 2 marks a continuation of the profoundly evocative representation that strengthens the narrative's potency as a catalyst for change, because the film's aspirations go beyond simple cinematic storytelling. Let's now explore the exciting ramifications of the prospective Sound of Freedom 2 storyline. While the details of the sequel's plot are yet unknown, it is conceivable that the story would could continue to center on Operation Underground Railroad's efforts to fight the horrible crime of child trafficking. In-depth exploration of the group's operations in Haiti, a country with a long history of fighting against injustice, could be a possible direction for the sequel. The poignant continuation of Tim Ballard's unwavering dedication to freeing kids from the grasp of sex trafficking organizations might be found in Sound of Freedom 2. The story may center on Auer's work in Haiti, reiterating Ballard's passionate plea for the nation to once more rise up against the atrocity of contemporary slavery. The operation in January 2018, during which Ballard and his team bravely executed a mission on Haitian soil, could be the focal point of this attention. The sequel's examination of this era in the organization's history could highlight the inspirational fortitude of a country with a history of resisting exploitation. Sound of Freedom 2 might give viewers a profoundly relevant representation of the war against child trafficking in a framework strongly entrenched in real-world challenges. By fusing the threads of history, activism, and Ballard's persistent resolve, it may become clearer as the possible story develops, not only how Auer operates, but also how essential their purpose is to society as a whole, demonstrating the ability of film as a medium to bring attention to significant issues and inspire change. The narrative of the movie is built around Tim Ballard's amazing journey from devoted special agent to the person responsible for starting Operation Underground Railroad. Unquestioningly, Ballard's unwavering dedication to eradicating the atrocities of child trafficking is a narrative worth telling, and Sound of Freedom makes an effort to capture this motivational journey. To improve the cinematic experience and emotional effect, the movie combines real sequences with dramatic flourishes, as is frequently the case with true story adaptations. It's important to understand that, despite the fact that Sound of Freedom attempts to be realistic and authentic, the challenges of adapting real-life events to the screen can result in narrative choices that toe the line between veracity and artistic interpretation. Unsurprisingly, Sound of Freedom has become mired in a variety of debates, particularly because of its connection to the divisive QAnon political conspiracy theory. This theory's central tenet is the idea that a shadowy global network of child sex traffickers is run by an evil conspiracy. As a result of the movie's examination of themes relating to child exploitation and trafficking, critics have noted that the plot of the movie may be seen as echoing QAnon storylines. These themes coming together has spurred debates about whether the movie unwittingly supports QAnon's conspiracy theory. Although the film's distributor, Angel Studios, has emphatically rejected any explicit affiliation with or aim to court QAnon, the plot of the movie and how it was received by some audiences have added layers of intricacy to its story. The film's creators and backers insist that its main goal is to raise awareness of the horrifying problem of child trafficking and the valiant efforts of people like Tim Ballard. However, there have been varying interpretations of the film's underlying meanings as a result of the complex interactions between its content and the socio-political environment it enters. In the middle of these discussions, Sound of Freedom emphasizes the ability of films to elicit debates that go beyond the confines of the cinema, exploring real-world problems and their interpretations, while balancing storytelling and the risk of unintended linkages. As rumors of a prospective sequel circulate and discussions of the film's links and interpretations go on, Sound of Freedom serves as a somber reminder of the influence that films can have on public discourse. The movie has sparked debate on a variety of topics, including child exploitation and actual conspiracy theories, in addition to its characters and storylines. If you found this analysis of Sound of Freedom to be interesting, be sure to follow us for updates regarding a potential sequel and the developing discussion surrounding the movie. Click the like button, leave your ideas in the comment section, and join our channel to receive more thought-provoking analysis of the film industry so you don't miss out on more captivating content. We appreciate you coming along for the ride, and please don't stop talking.